Listen, the Bucks, they've been without Dame. I know they have been without Dame, but the Bucks sit there and lost to the Pistons. And granted, I know back-to-back games, but still. And then went and lost to the Grizzlies. Ja Morant has been out for months. He's been out for months. They're 500 with Doc Rivers. They were 30-13 when they fired Adrian Griffin. 43 games in. It's a little bit past the halfway mark. Listen to an interview from Doc. What? He said he's taking notes. Now, I'm coming off the dome with this. I'm telling you, I'll play a clip of it.
Before this trip, I'd asked about, what you feel like is not traveling in your game on the road. Another 1 and 2 road
I don't know.
trip.
I think focus. I don't know what it is. It's funny. I've actually been sitting back and watching everything. Not just our players, but our travel crew, everything. And I've made a lot of notes. I will say that. I won't share that. But we don't bring the necessary professionalism, seriousness on the road. And that's something that we can fix. That's something we're going to have to fix.
But he's taking notes. And the crazy thing about it is that during that note taking, he never said anything about himself. So I don't know. I hate to see it because Giannis, that's my favorite player, man, in the NBA. And you always got to be correct nowadays. I didn't say he's the best. He's my favorite player. Giannis is my favorite player. Still got to work on them free throws, my boy. I ain't going to lie to you, but regardless, so they could definitely slip the way they've been playing. Cleveland could slip, and the Magic have been on the upcome. The Knicks, that's who's got that 5 spot. They got their win tonight against the Kings, 120-109. 120-109. They got a squad that they're fighting, and we'll come back to that in a minute. But regardless, Julius Randle, they just announced, they didn't just announced it, but they announced today that he is having that season-ending surgery on his shoulder. That shoulder that's been bothering him since, I want to say, December. But regardless, so you without him. OG he's still in and out, more out of the lineup than he is in the lineup for sure. So the only out of those 4, like I said, Bucks, Cavs, Magic, and Knicks, which is 2, 3, 4, 5. Magic, them boys can finish number 2. Push the Bucks down. I don't think the Bucks are gonna go any lower than 3. I honestly don't. But I also, in that same token, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But yeah, it's gonna be wild, the playoffs overall, and the threat to the Celtics. Who would you say? East. I think everybody. I don't just do my own podcast. Of course, I listen to others in sports shows and things. Shout out First Take. Shout out First Things First. A little bit of Undisputed as well. But regardless, I think everybody that I hear, they say Bucks, and it's like, I think that's by default. And I'm not saying it's the Magic, but I'm just saying I don't know if it is the Bucks, man. They're 2 up and down, and it's a different squad. Is it really Drew Holiday made that big of a difference? Now I know I'm not saying he didn't make a big difference. I know he did, because he's a great defender, But and Dame is not the defender that he is, but Dame is the offensive player. Dame haven't played as well. He's been out the last 2 games, but you just lost, like I said, the Pistons. And I think Pistons got like 13 victories. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, then the Grizzlies. It's just rough. It's rough right there, man.